Hi, this is Mike from GetYourRockOut. I'm here with Chris from Xentrix. How you doing, mate?
Hello, I'm good. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, mate. I was Dublin last night.
That was amazing. Really, really good. Couldn't believe it. We had, because we were on so early, we had fairly low expectations. Thought it might be a few hundred people in, and it would probably be good because Dublin always is. It was rammed, and it was like 1989 all over again. It was amazing. We were very, very excited. Had an amazing time. Really good. Manchester's got a bit to go to beat that.
I think you'll find we can do it.
No, I hope so. If it's half as good, I'll be a happy boy. Really will. We're quite excited.
Good. I guess the big question is, what led to you guys reforming?
I think over the years, we've seen a lot of the bands that we know from years ago, many of whom we're still in touch with, kind of getting together and going off doing European tours and all these, and lots of festivals and things. And people have said to us in the past, why don't you do it? And we just kind of thought, well, you know what? We're not getting any younger, we're going to do it. Maybe now's a good time. So we bounced the idea past a few people, and they're saying, oh yeah, great, we can get you on festivals and all that kind of stuff, and there's tours that we might be able to get you on. So we just thought, do you know what, let's do it. So we're all knocking on. We'll make a big thing of the age, but it's kind of there. You know, we're not going to be able to wait 10 years to do this. And the reformed bands doing amazing stuff seems to be now. So it's a bit of jumping on the bandwagon, and it's a bit of having fun while we can.
Nice. Well, because you're on tour with Evil and they supported you 7 years ago. Has their success contributed anything to your decision?
I wouldn't say it contributed. The bizarre thing is, that was the last gig we did, was with Evil. And now they've gone on, they've toured America, they've done loads of amazing stuff. They've done everything we failed to do, so in many ways we see them as the kind of the big British thrash success story, where we didn't really do it. They've achieved that. It's amazing. I'm really happy for them. We get on great with them. They're a really good bunch of lads, and you couldn't wish it on a nicer bunch of boys. If we had any influence on them in years gone by, then it makes me very happy, you know. But this is so good for us to be able to do this.
Alright, well, you're supporting Creator tonight as well. When you first started, were they a big influence?
I'd be lying if I said we were huge Creator fans in the years gone by, but we've always known them, listened to the music, liked it. We've met them before. I know I was introduced to Miller probably 20 years ago when we were on tour in Germany. I think we were supporting Tankard, I think, and I met him then. So again, you know, just great to be able to play with them. And I think for any kind of thrash metal fan, what we're doing now, Creator, Evil, Xentrix, we like to think of as a really good night for anyone who likes thrash metal.
Is it true that you can get Tankard to play any venue as long as you give them enough booze?
Well,
I'm just always been curious.
It wouldn't surprise me.
There's some people in Lancaster who'd be very interested to know the answer to that question.
No, I've not spoken to Tankard for a while, but I can put you in touch with their manager if you want to ask him.
Fair enough. Now, you're playing Bloodstock this year as well, which is really shaping up to be a real thrasher's paradise.
Oh, yes.
How important is that personally and professionally?
One of the things when we decided to get together, things we wanted to do, download, which we haven't managed to do this year. Bloodstock was second on the list of things that we'd kind of like to do.
Yeah.
So we thought, well, we might get on if we're lucky, and we might be on like some really early on an irrelevant stage somewhere, to be offered special guests on the Sophie Lancaster stage on Friday night. So we're going to be on about 6:30 or something, I think, on the second stage. Just so much more than we ever thought it could be, but we are going to absolutely destroy it.
Nice. I shall be there, and I shall be there to check it out.
Fantastic.
You're currently working on new material. Do please tell us more.
Right, there's a lot of talk about new material. To be honest, where we are with that right now, we've been rehearsing hard since January to be ready for this, and we want to come back with the songs that people want to hear from the previous, you know, the earlier albums, and we wanted to be really good at it. We're kind of figured we're kind of there now.
Right.
But in any, you know, rehearse 4, 5, 6 hours at a time, within that there's a lot of, hey, what do you think of this idea, and what do you think of that idea? And that's kind of the stage we're at. We've no songs finished. We've got a lot of little ideas that we're bouncing about. So we're writing the way we always did. So I'll play a little idea to Stan, and he'll say, oh, that'd be good, why don't we just try this? And then Mackerel, oh, I've got a bit that'll go great after that. And it kind of evolves, and we get to a certain point where vocal ideas start going on in your head, and everything's an evolution. So we're in the early stages of evolution for a handful of songs.
Right.
We don't know what we're going to plan on doing with them, but we've all agreed it's part of being in a band. You play together, you gig together, you write songs, you record them, you make them available to people. How we do go about that, I don't know. Don't think we're going to be looking for a record label. Don't even know if we'll release stuff for sale. We might just make it available online. We'll see. It's all very much up in the air. But I think it's safe to say there will be some new material knocking about. One thing we all have all said though, it needs to be Xentrix stuff. We don't want to reinvent ourselves. People need to go, oh, that's Xentrix. And if we start writing stuff and realise it's not right, then we'll probably do nothing.
Nice.
So it has to be true to Xentrix.
Is there a big difference then in how you're doing it now to the way you used to write songs?
It's the same. It's exactly the same. We're tuned slightly differently now, so things are inherently a little bit different because of that. And I think we're influenced by a lot of other stuff now as well. We've got to be careful that doesn't creep in too much. Because, you know, me personally, I'm a massive Lamb of God and Arch Enemy fan. Well, those influences were never there 20 years ago. So we've just got to be really careful that we don't try and reinvent ourselves as something cutting edge and up to date, because that's just not us.
It's someone's game. We got sound check going on now, we've got chords going on. It's all
happening.
Right, well, with that being said then, when can we expect a new Xentrix album, do you think?
Don't even know if it'll be an album yet. We may end up doing some songs, you know, and that could be it. Though, to be honest, album's probably on the cards, but way too early to say.
Okay. Alright, well, let's talk about the show tonight. What can Manchester expect tonight?
From us, we are just going to do like we did last night. We got ourselves very fired up before we went on, and we were just out there to prove that being in your 40s doesn't stop you doing it. So, and we had the crowd behind us last night. You know, they were cheering, they knew all the words, they were singing everything, and we just absolutely went for it. We'll be doing the same tonight. It's really, really exciting. It's going to be amazing.
It is going to be great.
So it's going to be early, so we're just hoping there's a few people in. But if it's half as good as last night, I'll be happy.
And we'll wrap this up. Do you have a message right into the camera for all our readers?
Real message, stick with us. You know, there's more to come from Xentrix, there's going to be more gigs, there's going to be probably some new material. Hopefully you'll get a chance to come and see us, and I hope to see you soon.
Chris from Xentrix, playing Manchester tonight, new material on the way. Thank you very much, man. Have a good show tonight.
Cheers.